You ever thought about starting your own podcast? You know, like what I got? Well, let me tell you, when I was starting out, I had a lot of questions. Didn't know how to answer them, didn't know where to start. How do I start a podcast? How do I get off the ground? How do I record my episodes? How do I get them on the major platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts and other places? Well, the answer to all of those is one thing: Anchor FM. Anchor FM is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free. Free 99. You cannot beat that. And what's better, it's ridiculously easy. And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors too, so you can get paid for your product, like moi. Let me tell you, when I started out, I'm not even going to say the names of the places that I was trying to have my podcast hosted at, and it was nice, and I thought I was happy for a while. But when I found out about Anchor, 100% free, limited space, the only way you can beat that is if they pay you. And I guess if you do ads, they kind of do. If you always wanted to start a podcast and making money doing it, go to Anchor FM /start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm /start. I can't wait to hear your product.
This is the
I Black Man podcast. Offensively black.
It's me, it's M.A.P. Yo, what up? It's your boy, Miles Amadeus Prower here. Our Black Man podcast. What's this episode? I want to say 32? You would think I'd be stockpiling these, by the way I don't know what the next episode is. But, yeah, anyway. Live from the doghouse. That's right, your boy Maps. I ain't beefed out with my wife is beefed out with me. The whole little Super Bowl shit spilled over from me and her getting into it. I couldn't leave well enough alone because I couldn't understand how somebody who was black wasn't why it wasn't a big deal to everybody who was black as it is to me, you know. And I kept trying to get her to see where I was coming from. Apparently I am wrong because I have an inability to be around people who do not have the same thoughts as me. So yeah, that's that. I don't know. She's very mad at me. I couldn't leave it alone. Because I just had to understand. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe there's a correct way for me to explain this to you so you can be angry like I am. And it's just like, you know, I don't get that shit. But I don't know. I just, leaving that alone. It's a lot of venting, you know. So it's turning to start doing these podcasts when shit bothers me now. Cause it's like, usually I used to write at 16 or write a song and, you know, record that shit. But I don't do that anymore. I do this. So here we are. I don't know. I'm not gonna keep beating y'all over the head with this shit. Even though I ain't getting paid, so I say what the fuck I want. But that's rude because I gotta care what the hell y'all thinking about because if y'all ain't listening to my shit, which thank you, we just reached 2,000 plays. Which I understand ain't shit. I'm not happy till I'm getting 2,000 a day. You know what I'm saying? Like my man Bomb Crew. Win. Fuck everything else. Win. So yeah. Proud of that. Just trying to get out here and make content. And get these plays up and I don't know. I need to work on something. Keep my mind off shit. I get pissed when my girl's mad at me because it's funny. I get offended because like, I don't know. And let me say this now. I make no intent to talk anything negative about my wife. I love my wife, even if my wife punched me in the face, which, you know, ain't nothing like that happen. I'm sure I did something to deserve it. She's the fucking moon of my earth, which means without the moon earth, it's nothing. But yeah, my feelings get hurt because, you know, she gets mad and you know how women do. They don't want to touch you, you know. Or, you know, they don't talk as much. And me, I'm like a dog. I get mad and I want to hurry up. Like, I want to hurry up and get it over with. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of my stuff, I'll be like, dog, we got a problem. Let's just keep arguing and get this shit over with. I don't like being mad at you. Being mad at you makes me mad. I don't like you being mad at me. And eventually when we beef out, we end up getting cool again and having great sex. I want to get to that part. I don't like being mad at my best friend. I don't like my best friend being mad at me. You just repeated the same shit. Yeah, I did. So, you know, I get in my feelings and shit because she can make me mad or my feelings get hurt and I'm straight again. So I hate being mad. And then I'd be sitting there like, all right, days gone by. She's still mad. Oh, wow. And it's like, for me, I don't know. And I'm not saying I am right and she is wrong. But it's just for me, how I look at that shit. Now I gotta tell her a lot of times things happen. People perceive things differently, A lot of times we get in arguments and I'm tripping because I'm like, why are you mad? It's like my feelings is hurt. Our feelings are in this conversation? No, we were just talking. No emotions are involved in me having this conversation. But side note, in all fairness, I should have been the same way talking about that Super Bowl shit. Just looking back, I was full emotion. And I don't know. It just irritates me, and for me, it's easier for like if somebody else was to be on some other shit and not to be on some shit that I'm on. It's cool for me because I don't give a fuck. A lot of people who I hold dear, I'm prepared to lose if something were to happen just to protect my mental mind. My mental mind, where the mind what I have, my external mind. Anyway. Yeah, so I guess, and in that I was kind of in my feelings. I admit that. One thing I can say, I think my mama used to always tell me, if more than one person says some shit, it's probably true. And with that being said, I know my wife was saying I be yelling and barking. I don't feel like I am. But I know that's something my mom used to say and a couple of my exes used to say. I don't get it. I just be talking, Or I don't think I'm yelling, and maybe I am. So, I'm trying to talk to my mom or whatever. And just trying to, because I don't like being mad. My thing is when I get mad, nigga, I'm like Wolverine. I just go red. No matter who the fuck it is, I go red. You know what I'm saying? I start thinking of like the foulest shit I can do to hurt somebody. And then the funny thing about it is I end up feeling like a bitch. Because even if I'm like, yeah, fuck my wife. Yeah, I'm gonna come in the house, nigga. I'm gonna go get me something to drink, man. Roll up, fuck this shit. Be downstairs on the Xbox and the Switch or whatever all day. Fuck her. Nigga, I can't do that. I feel like a fucking jerk. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Then I feel bad. Because it's like, damn, I feel like a bitch. I couldn't even be like on some scumbag shit if I wanted to. Because I love my family too much. And that's not saying it's an aspiration. I want to be able to shit on my family. Just like, I could. No, I couldn't. I wouldn't want to do that. So, there's that. Let's see what we're looking on time right here. Oh, we're making no time. Let's keep it moving. But yeah, I don't know. And it's like, I was talking to my mama. Man, I saw this article. I didn't know that anger is a part of depression. For me, I don't remember. Being around my kids, there's times when I'm around my kids and my family, I'm not mad. My baby was born, I was not mad. It's a lot of hectic shit around it, but just every time just seeing them, meeting them, holding them first time, magic. Being with my wife, most part, magic. You know what I'm saying? Of course, being by myself alone. I love that shit, love it. But, getting into my loves of things, I almost lost my fucking point. What you mean almost, nigga? You did. Touche. Talking to yourself, talk to them. Good point. Yeah. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's hard for me, because a lot of times, you talk to people, well, just be like this. Give them the silent treatment. I can't do that. Like I said, I'm like a fucking puppy. So she get mad. I'm like, hey, remember me? You used to like me? Well, I'm sad now. I want you to like me again. And then I hate the fact that she has that effect on me or control on me because on some way, level, it just makes me feel weak. And I know I'm jumping all over the place. Excuse me. I'm slightly. Slightly. All the kids aren't asleep yet. Just like 2 of them out of 4. So, that bust. Anyway, yeah. Just trying to find shit to clear my mind. Not clear focus my mind on. I got an idea for my 2019 Our Black Man proclamation. Working on it. It's a lot of shit involved. A lot of sound effects. And all that, charging that shit to the, Tony Stank account. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Get mine. This nigga, handsome Baden, taking fucking podcasts on locations and shit. Don't think I don't know that nigga paying for that shit. I want in, nigga. Just cause I don't leave the house don't mean I can't get nice shit. Sorry, y'all. Everything's fine. Hyphen podcast group / network. Everything's fine. Oh man, go. Humor is my coping mechanism. But no, fair. Everything's fine. Not a problem. Just being a dick. Let's see what we had on time. What I'm gonna try to do here. Alright, fuck. Let's get this shit going. Alright. So what I'm trying to do, I was gonna try to, for this podcast called Fresh thing, I was trying to wait for the schedules for everybody to click up and synchronize and all that stuff. But it hasn't happened yet. So, me being mad and patient, just figure fuck it. I'm gonna just do this Dragon Ball Super Broly movie review real quick. And I was kind of apprehensive about me doing it solo. And I like to review shit. And I guess let me give you a in-depth to this podcast I'm about to be on. And it's me and a couple of my hyphen podcast group brethren. We'll be talking about just comics, video games, pop culture, music, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? My plan is it's gonna be on some Attack of the Show shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying, it's gonna be some, if I can put this shit together and it can be 50% of what the fuck I'm planning, nigga, this shit's gonna be it. This shit will be the fucking, the massive black hole to the universe of hyphen nation. And that's what I think it's gonna be. And not just because I have an ill plan, but because of the pieces that I have to work this board of this plan that I have. And the fact that everybody is like, it's like Voltron. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, but you know, I'm the White Tiger Sword. That's right. Whole different show. I don't give a fuck. But anyways, we're talking about, Dragon Ball Super, you know, the Broly movie. You know what I'm saying? First off, let me, excuse me, get into this shit. I used to be a super big DBZ fan. I kind of am. I still am. I love it. I been going back lately and just rewatching the fucking Boo Saga. That shit is so fucking epic. And the things that I do, which I know a lot of my people tell me I shouldn't do, like everything I see from Dragon Ball Z now, I judge that shit against the Boo Saga. Because to me that's the fucking best. You have to beat that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I looked at Super was straight, and I had to learn how to appreciate Super and Dragon Ball now for what it is, because the sad thing about Dragon Ball, it did not age with me at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm 35. It didn't, I got into that shit. Like, I remember when I was little watching Dragon Ball in Detroit, channel 20 on Sundays. I didn't know what the fuck that shit was about. I was like, that shit's kind of wild, nigga. I missed church a couple of weeks in a row. I realized it was, you know, it was a canonical show, or, you know, when it went on, it was, you know, serial series or whatever. And, so I'm watching this shit and I'm like, dog, this shit, it was that and, Technoman Blade, aka Tekkaman Blade. I love that shit. They should turn that shit into a fucking movie. We need to talk about that shit on the podcast called Fresh. But yeah, I used to watch that shit. And then it's like, it was funny, like, I got to the point where my dad was like, nigga, I ain't making you go to church no more. You want to come or not? Nah, I'm stay home and watch Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball, Tekkaman Blade. I was like, oh, fuck that, dog. I gotta stay home and watch this shit. So it was like, when one day I caught Dragon Ball Z and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? This is before all the internet and shit. Like, that nigga look like Goku. It's called Dragon Ball Z? What is this? And dog, I seen that shit and Goku died at the beginning. I'm like, oh shit, this is real. So I've been on it ever since then. I was one of them niggas back in the day with the Dragon Ball Z button-ups. Still got some. I think if my daughters ain't tore them up. You know what I'm saying? So, I used to watch the movies, and even though back in the day, because I complained a lot, now I'll let y'all know I complained then. First time I saw a Dragon Ball Z movie, I was pissed how anticlimactic it was, but then I understood the system and the process. So anyway, let's start this off. Let me highlight this here list. Alright, supposed to be timing this shit as I talk about these subjects, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It ill with it ill. Alright, so my expectations for the movie. I don't know. I didn't expect much. I kind of like that last Dragon Ball Super arc, the tournament or whatever. That shit was nice. I just hated how, well, I can't even say I hated how they made Jiren so strong. It was dope. I just hated how, like, now that I'm older and like I was saying before, Dragon Ball didn't age with me. It's just, I know it's like now, okay, this nigga's not gonna die. This is not gonna happen, blah, blah, blah. But I will give them this. The niggas kind of caught me in the fields with Goku and that nigga Frieza working together to take out Jiren. Oops, I'm sorry. Am I spoiling this shit? For you niggas who don't watch that shit in Japanese like I do? Well, you niggas had to know. Anyway, yeah, I am that guy. I am the dub guy. I like shit in subs. But with Dragon Ball Z, I can fuck with it in dub. That's probably one of the only few like that. Full Metal Alchemist. Think probably that's about it. I don't know. But yeah. So I just I didn't expect too much from it. And I just wanted to go in and enjoy it because I know the whole thing about it is it's just, good feels. No, my bad. Talking about turn on the power. Turn on the power. I just thought it was whack that they haven't, I don't know, and they got a lot more to go. I was expecting more from Gohan and shit. But it was just good fun. And even with the Ultra Instinct and shit, I'm like, I guess it's cool. But with this movie, I was just hoping for a lot of action. A lot of hand-drawn action. I was looking for some good stuff, no easy way outs, good scrapping. A little bit of a story rewrite. It didn't disappoint me a lot, because I had to lower the bar. Side note, after I found out Akira Toriyama does not write this shit anymore, basically he just rough storyboards this shit and they do what the fuck they want. He says they gotta go from here to here. You draw the shit in the middle. I can't really fuck with it no more. But I like it, because I'm, invested. So anyway, I just hope that Broly was going to be murking some people doing some crazy shit and fucking shit up, which he kind of did. Too much plot for me. Too much extra shit. But I get it. It wasn't like it was supposed to be a feature-length film. It was, about an hour, 2 hours, you know what I'm saying? So I get that. Totally do. I fully do. But it's like for me, okay, I kind of like how they changed the story with, how, King Vegeta banished Broly and his dad to another. That was cool. Even though I thought that junk was ill in the first one, how he stabbed a baby with a knife and in that baby's rage, he picked up his father. But that was kind of unbelievable. This one was more believable. It was, better put together, more fluent, how, especially when Frieza destroyed the Saiyan. And here's another thing. That whole shit with Goku's dad and his mom, they could have just got away with that. For what? For what? Then I'm thinking, why was he so nice? They supposed to be savages. A whole warrior race. But the mama's like, hey, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But I guess this is when they were starting to civilize, this is why Frieza killed them. With Frieza, let's go talk about that. Dude, they did Frieza right. I like how my man showed up and was like, seems 3 of your people got rifles trained on me. Bow, bow, bow. That shit was dope. I like how they had that nigga. I love Frieza. He's one of my favorite villains of all time because that nigga, makes the decision to be bad. It's not like he's like, I'm I made this way, or boo, I'm just a mindless. No, niggas like, yeah, I know what I'm doing is wrong. I only feel bad when I get he's like a wrestling heel. I love Frieza. They did him right. Throughout the whole movie, I think he was pretty much straight. I wish they could have had more shit for him doing. More shit for him to do. More shit for him doing. Hawk compose sentence. I could have, I got the point that he had to find them. But the whole thing with the green bitch and Broly, they could have did away with that. I didn't need that. You know what I'm saying? That just, okay, I get it. Oh, he's a human. Okay, I get that point. They could have told a lot of that shit through battle. They could have had Frieza just sending them niggas out to just destroy shit. And like they could have a green chick notice that, hey, he's just fucking shit up. But Frieza wants this nigga to murder people when he's not really cool with that, but he'll do it. That'd have been dope. All the dialogue could have been done during action and fighting. And it would have saved time. But I understand you gotta slow pace it. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool. And I guess my only thing is I'm like, man, I'm really not, I wasn't impressed. I was looking to be wild. And I guess since I'm older now and I've seen so much doper shit, it's not gonna wow me. Okay. The animation. The animation is decent when it's good. A large majority of it is crap. Crap with a P. With a capital crap. And it's like they take a lot of easy ways out. And it's just obvious. And maybe because I'm an old head with my watching shit, this is one thing they've done that pisses me off. Instead of showing actual fighting, they just show a lot of different camera angle changes. And it's like the camera's moving in 3D and stuff to show, insinuate they're fighting and shit's getting intense. But, you know what? Let me stop for a second. I was complaining about this shit, and this is my problem. Yo, we gonna go to break, and I'm gonna finish talking about this, and we gonna get back to you, alright? It's your boy Maps, our Black Man Podcast. I'll be right back. Stay right there.
It's like sound advice, or whatever. It's like comics, conventions, and cosplay, or whatever. It's like ladies' night, or whatever. It's like wrestling, or whatever. It's like parenting, or whatever. It's like anime, or whatever. It's like spiritual warfare, or whatever. It's like great friends, awesome people, coming around doing what we do best, or whatever. You should watch, listen, and follow, or whatever. It's like a podcast, or whatever.
And we back. What up? What were we talking about? Oh yeah, animation. Animation, man. It's just, with the camera angles change, it was just real cheap. It got good. And when it really started getting good, that's when it went to shit. It's so many things you can see, and it look like some of that shit is hand drawn. I think they scrapping and shit. But soon as like when they started getting intense and Broly started just losing his mind and shit, it was straight CGI. The shit looked like a PS2, PS3 cutscene. PS3 best, and that's me at the best PS3 cutscene. And this is like an obvious dip in quality between this picture of them, and this is like how they do some of the time in anime when they show, or anime and manga when they show characters from far away and just show real simplistic faces. You know, that's cool, because with that, and that's the thing. But with this, it's just, to me, it comes off as lazy. Lazy, and just trying to take the easy way out. Some of that stuff, the CGI, I get it. I love the CGI when done correctly. They had one when this nigga Brody did this big ass explosion, and that shit was swirling, looking like a fucking green ass star. It looked ew. But like, dude, just keep the CGI for the explosions and shit. But the actual action, just draw it by hand. You know what I'm saying? Cut that shit out. Cause shit like that is like, I wouldn't pay to see that shit. You phoned it in at the end of it. Also, like, you know, I liked how the fight went. It went good. I like how they had to, explain the whole build up. Broly never really fought any actual people. So as he's fighting, he's learning. I get that shit. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? And I like that, he pretty much pushed them through all their levels and stuff. And I got it. It was cool. And, but even with the Dragon Ball, and I'm spoiling this if you didn't know this shit before, even with the Dragon Ball and they wished Broly away at the end so he didn't die, I didn't have a problem with that. He was about to get his ass whooped, but then so it was cool when they left it open at the end for them to work, and they put him in the cannon so he could be in the next Tournament of Power or whatever. That's cool. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Even with it, I thought it was funny how he whooped on Frieza's ass for like an hour straight. But to my man Frieza's defense, because I know ain't nobody gonna take up for him, I don't believe that nigga was getting his ass whooped an hour straight. Maybe like 40 minutes, 30. He had to do something. He didn't probably do a lot, but he did something. But yeah, I like how Frieza went the whole course, even at the end, when he was like, I'm about to murk them niggas. Like, nah, sit your ass down. That shit was kind of cool. I like how it pretty much came to an end. It wasn't super duper anticlimactic. They made it like an actual movie. I appreciate that shit. But in the same sense, y'all phoned that shit in. At the end, y'all could have did way better than what y'all did, you know. But all in all, you know what? I tell you, after the break, he is really killing these breaks. He's just competing. Yes, I am. Be back, Punk. Peace.
This is King Careers from the Black History Buff podcast, sending a message to my man Maps from the I Black Man podcast. We're loving what you're doing over there. Here in the UK, we're dropping episodes of Black History weekly, and we're also bringing your stories your way every other week as well. So we're covering the champions from yesteryear as well as the stars of tomorrow. Come and check us out once you finish listening to I Black Man. Peace.
Yo, alright. As far as Dragon Ball, and overall, before I forget, I like the music. That shit was kind of ill, dude. That shit was kind of nice, you know what I'm saying? It went good. I liked it. The sound effects or even, but it's just, I guess because Broly didn't talk, he just yelled, which kind of to me sounded like that nigga Bobbity. Maybe it's me, but I think they did good. Even with I forgot my man Frieza murking Broly's dad. Like, that nigga's not strong enough. Oh shit, that nigga's dead. I thought that shit was dope as hell. That was a straight Frieza move. I like that. Even though I wish it could have been something like Vegeta killed that nigga. You know, I just wish it was a little bit more harder, gritty. Let me see some blood. But, you know, that's the problem. A lot of this shit is for kids now. So, but yeah, the music, I liked it. It did good. The sound effects, even the little funny whimsicalness of it, of Bulma wanting to make herself 5 years younger with the Dragon Balls and Frieza wanting to make himself 5 centimeters taller. You know, it was stupid, but that was Dragon Ball humor and dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, all in all, I say out of 5, I'm gonna say out of 10. Cause I can't do out of 5. I do the shit out of 5, it's gonna be horrible. If I do that shit out of 5, I'm gonna get that shit 2.5, 3 at the most. Out of 10, I get that bitch a 5. Yeah, 4.55, yeah. Well, anyway, I'm gonna sum this up, keep this, you know, running. Not short, but, you know. Appreciate y'all for listening to me. I feel a lot better now. I got some shit off my chest. And hopefully y'all like my practice review for Dragon Ball Super, Broly movie. And when we get this other podcast going, hopefully you can have a lot more of that. And if not, I'll do some more here, you know, especially just let me know what you think. And I will, you know, provide y'all what y'all want to hear. You already know what time it is. You know I'm talking about. Let's see. The I Black Man Podcast Hotline, 724-313-4519. 724-313-4519. Call, leave a voicemail, say what you feel, who you repping, whatever you want. It'll probably end up on an episode. Send me a text, things you want to talk about, show love, show hate, whatever. Chances are, I might even read it on the podcast. Or if you want to, send me an email, EYEBLACKMANPODCAST @gmail.com. That's I, like eye, your face, eyes. blackmanpodcast@gmail.com. Instagram, I Black Man Podcast. Facebook, I Black Man Podcast. YouTube, I Black Man Podcast. So that's about it, y'all. Hope y'all having a good day, good night, or whatever when you listen to this. Most apologies to my man Kales. I think at this point, I'm just gonna record them and drop them. It's helping me cope, and I think that's dope. It's my dad joke for the year. Well, not for the year, the first one. Fuck it, it's just a dad joke. I know I've said more than that. So yeah, that's about it. I gave all my shout outs. Of course, go to blackhistorybuff.com to get knowledge yourself and learn your history. Because if you don't know your past, how can you move forward? Once again, it's your boy Miles Amadeus Prower for our Black Man Podcast. You slow to speak, quick to listen. Peace.
Thanks for listening, and please download and subscribe so Daddy can stop being a Catholic slave.
What's up, everybody? What up, though, from my Detroit people? My name is Kellen Conley, host of the world's greatest podcast, Hyphen Nation. And also, I am the founder of the Hyphen Podcast Group. Now, you may know some of our great shows like mine, Hyphen Nation, or I Black Man Podcast, or Catch the Show, or It's Like a Podcast, or whatever, or Browns in Our Blood if you're a Browns fan, or just an NFL fan in general, or Lemon on the Edge, or even Victory Jump Off Radio. But I'm here with a special announcement. Hyphen Podcast Group now has a Patreon page. Now, I didn't want to do this because, honestly, we're working on getting our numbers up. But what happens around the middle of the month is our web hosting, which is graciously provided to us by Eric Jordan of Browns in Our Blood. We forget to pay it because we have other bills, and then the site goes down. What happens is normally Catch the Show comes out on Saturday, and by the middle of the month on a Saturday, well, the site's down. And then I got a show I got to promote, and I can't do that. I mean, I can on Instagram, but I don't feel right not having everything on the site because the links on Instagram say link in the bio. So what's the point of going to link in the bio if you can't bring up the site? So start a Patreon page. Not asking for much. Just looking to get roughly about $15 a month right now. That would be enough for us to pay for the hosting each month. It's located at patreon.com/hyphen podcast group. Check us out. There's tiers and rewards. You can even be on a show if you're crazy enough to pay us a bunch of money. But even if you just throw $1 in, which is the minimum tier, that means that you get your name mentioned on a pod at any given time. There's going to be a list of Patreons, and we will say your name, if you want us to, on a pod. And that's kind of cool. So if you want to support us and keep the site running on a timely basis, which is what we're trying to do, please check out the Patreon, man. And again, that is patreon.com/hyphen podcast group. And continue to check out our shows. Let your friends know about our shows. We're on all podcast listening platforms. And yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks, y'all.